And this is the story of my ancestry people from the Gooduramudhaa tribe about how the echidna got its quills. Once upon a time in a Dreamtime, there was a famine that was going throughout the whole land. And so what would happen is the ladies of the tribe would get together and they would go out and gather all the food. And then they would put it together in stockpiles and they would hide it in their little huts, and they would hide it far away from the camp so nobody could steal it. But one day there was a young man, and his name was Bevan. And he was a very adventurous young man. He was also up to lots of mischief. And so on this day, Bevan went for a walk and he found one of the huts. And inside the hut he found all sorts of whistly grubs and yams and kangaroo tail soup and all the good stuff that the blackfellas there would like to eat. And then he started eating it. And he started with the yams, and he made a little fire, and he started eating the yams. He cooked the yams on a little fire, and he started with his boomerang stick. And then he started to eat all the whistly grubs, and he started eating and eating and eating and eating. And next thing you know, he was so full that he could not even move. And this is where things got wrong for Bevan. At that point, the ladies of the tribe come out to make some dinners. So they were making their way to the place where they hid all the bush tucker. And when they got there, all they could see was a big fat Bevan sitting in the middle of the hut. And all the food was all eaten up by the big fat Bevan. And he gave the ladies a big scare fright, so they screamed and they shouted. And all the men from the village heard it and came running with their spears and boomerangs. And so Bevan started to try and run away, but he was so fat from eating all the whistly grubs that he could barely waddle. And when the young warriors from the tribe got there, they saw what would happen and they were infuriated. Because Bevan had eaten all the food for all the tribes and all the lands in one sitting, and he was a big fat one now. And so they got angry at him, but he was so shame he tried to run away, but like I said before, he could only waddle. And the other men from the tribe were so angry that they started to throw their spears at him. And they started to stick into Bevan's back as he crawled along on his belly. And he had eaten it all so much that day that he had so much shame he could not bring himself to eat anything other than the ants below his feet. So he crawled off, eating ants with the spears protruding out of his back. And now the echidna is a reminder to my people not to be greedy and to be thankful for what you have. This has been Dreamtime with Uncle Kev. I thank you very much. Can I have my motto now?